This week, 21-year-old Nicole Sedgbeer missed the last train home from London to Milton Keynes. The station was locked and she began to panic. But then she met Mark, a homeless man, who noticed the situation she was in and offered her help. Nicole set up a page on Just Giving to raise money to help Mark and other homeless people. So far, this has raised over £5,000. This has turned what could have been a negative experience into what she described as the most eye-opening event in her life. This random act of kindness from an unlikely source inspired us to find what the kindest thing a stranger has ever done to us is.
I would suggest the kindest thing that a stranger's ever done for me was a couple of years ago when it snowed really heavily. My school closed because of the snow and sent everyone home. So obviously all the teaching staff had to go home at the middle of the day. I lived quite far away from my school and my journey to school was a very particular journey, and I didn't have any alternative routes. I had to take this one particular journey, and halfway along that journey I realised that one of the roads was blocked and I couldn't continue my journey down that road. So I didn't know how to get home because that was the only way I knew to get home. But luckily the woman that was in front of me decided, instead of abandoning her car and simply walking sort of 2 miles to her house, she decided to drive about 12 to 15 miles completely out of her way in order to direct me to the motorway so that I could get home safely that day. Otherwise I'd have been stranded in the middle of North Warwickshire and no way to get home. And it was a Friday, so God knows how long I'd have been there. So to that woman, who I never know her name, I never knew where she lived, I'm entirely grateful because she got me home that Friday.
I was riding my scooter and I slacked over the bars and I really hurt myself, and everybody just walked past me, and this one man helped me up and took me into his shop and cleaned me up and then phoned my nan, said that I was hurt.
Well, one time it was really heavily raining and there were no taxis available, and I'd been on a night out with some friends and I needed to get home. I was about 5 miles away from home and I had to start walking, but not long after I started walking a man came and stopped and picked me up and we had a nice conversation, and I just thought that was amazing. If I could see him today I would definitely thank him.
So, when people talk about the news just being all bad, that's not quite true. There are lots of examples of strangers being kind to us. Long may that continue. This is Joe reporting for BBC School Report.